Hello viewers. Today we are at the fourth video of underwater welding career. I will be reading a special report from the American Welding Society. This is very helpful for us who want to take underwater welding as a career. The Cyrogas International examines the many ways of industrial gas industry work with water. The demand for highly sophisticated underwater procedures and technologies is increasing, driven by the deep sea oil and gas development and by marine infrastructure development and repair around the world. In this article, American Welding Society looks at career in underwater welding. The article was prepared by the American Welding Society's D3V subcommittee on underwater welding. What skills are prerequisite to entering the field of underwater welding? A welder or diver is a certified welder and a commercial diver capable of performing tasks associated with commercial subsea work, weld setup and preparation, and who has the ability to weld in accordance with AWS D3.6M, underwater welding code, wet or dry, and perform other weld-related activities. I am a certified surface welder. What are the other training do I need to qualify as a welder or diver? The majority of the work performed by an average welder diver involves executing the tasks that lead up to and follow the actual welding activities in most cases. A welder or diver must possess both certified welder skill as well as commercial diving skills. If a welder has no prior commercial diving experience, attending a recognized commercial diving school is required. Expect to begin your career as a diver tender, which means apprentice diver. The average time that this phase takes for most candidates is 2 years. Most diving contractors will require that you achieve sufficient skill in wet or dry underwater welding to pass qualification tests and be certified in accordance with the requirements of AWS D3.6M underwater welding code. I am already a certified welder. What other training do I need to qualify? We recommend the specification described in AWS D3.M as a reference for the welding procedure and welder qualification. If you are already certified as a commercial diver, contact companies that offer underwater welding services and train to their requirement. Underwater welding is a skill you have to master once you obtain the basic commercial diving skill. If you are a certified scuba diver from NAUE, PADI, etc., please note that the sport diving training doesn't include the safe use of commercial diving equipment, offshore commercial work environment or safety, and other education as recommended by the Association of Diving Contractors Consensus Standards for Commercial Diving Operations. Where can I obtain the further training I need to get started in this field? AWS provides a list of underwater welding schools with their websites and contact information on its websites www.aws.org. What are the age limitations of a welder or diver? There is no age restriction on commercial welder divers, but it is recommended and generally required that all commercial divers pass an annual dive physical. What is the availability of work for an entry-level welder diver? There are a number of diving procedures that serve the various types of underwater industrial requirements, each of which has different type of underwater welding needs. Like many professions, work availability is subject to supply and demand, the economics of a given industry, Whether you are free to relocate outside your place of residence, including overseas, what other related skills you have in addition to diving and welding, etc. What salary can I expect to make as a welder or diver? Salaries for welders or divers cover a wide range from 100,000 US dollar to 200,000 US dollar per year. The majority of the welder or divers are paid on a project by project basis, and salaries are subject to the same variables as work availability. In addition, other factors such as depth, dive method, and diving environment affect pay rates. What other skills are recommended to supplement by qualifications as a welder or diver? Welder diver qualifications vary from project to project. The skills that are common to underwater welding operations. In addition to the welding or diving, welder diver qualification vary from project to project. The skills that are common to underwater welding operations, in addition to the welding and diving, are recommended. These skills include underwater cutting, fitting, rigging, inspection and non-destructive testing, drafting, and underwater photography. The most desirable underwater welder divers are qualified to assist the diving contractor in pre-job planning, be able to cut, clean, rig, install and fit up the sections that will weld, and work with personnel responsible for inspecting the completed welds. Formal training is recommended and maintaining qualification is also important. What future career opportunities are there for an experienced welder or diver? There are a number of career opportunities for experienced welders and divers. Many go on to become engineers, instructors, and diving operations supervisors, field management positions, qualify as AWS certified welding inspectors, and serve as consultant for underwater welding operations and other related fields. Ideally, a career of a welder or diver should serve as a stepping stone to other opportunities for those who choose the profession. Industry has and will continue to demand higher quality standards for underwater welds and more certification of underwater welding system and personnel. These demands will challenge the underwater welding community to meet more complex technical specification, safety standards, welding criteria, inspection methods, environmental factors, and other considerations. To meet these challenges, tomorrow's welders or divers will rely on the knowledge and experience of their predecessors who have gone on become welding engineer drivers, supervisors, and instructors. These individuals will provide the technical support needed for the upcoming underwater welding operations. For more information on career in welding or learn more about the new D3.6M 2010 underwater welding code, visit the AWS website at www.aws.org or call the number. Finding a school. Some references I got from this aws.org listed here from different locations. There are more. You can go to the standard for further reference. The first school at the left, you can see the CDA Technical Institute, which is at USA, Seneca College as Ontario, Canada, Saleh Driving School at Iran, CDA Technical School again at Jacksonville, USA, National University of Polytechnic Institute at USA, California, ACDE office at Santa Barbara, California, USA. So from this type of school, you can get proper training as a diver as well as underwater welding. That's all for today. Hope I have touched the outline of the underwater welding. If you want to take as a career, you can start with this